Hi, I'm Becky Hill and I am on The Night Show with Mitch Churi.
Becky Hill is here. Hello, Becky.
Hello, thank you for talking to me.
Oh my God, I love how you say talking like we're about to start therapy or something. Like not an interview.
Well,
talking.
and I'm not paying you, so...
No. Welcome to Australia, free healthcare. So
thank you so much. Oh my God, do you get therapy on the NHS?
Yeah, you get a whole bunch.
I love that.
You get like 6 or 8 and then it stops really abruptly. So for the first 6, they're like, we really care about you. And then I remember at my 7th, she was like, we really care about you. Just tap your card on this device. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that really just had to start paying.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, right. Welcome to this country. We've spoken
you.
before. It was one of those awful COVID Zoom things. Now you're finally here.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on, but like Australia really suits you, Becky Hill.
Thank you. Well, I feel very grateful to be here. It's my first time on the soil.
Yeah.
I did 2 shows. I did one in Melbourne and I did one in Sydney.
Good.
And they both sold out, which is
Great.
super exciting. Everybody knew the words to everything, which
Good.
was really good.
That helps. Do you lip read? Like you singing and like watching the lips to make sure that people nail?
Yeah, absolutely. And to see who is, the real fans.
100%. So you came all this way, and that flight is like the flight's a bitch. That's such a long. Did you do the 24-hour, 26-hour flight from the UK?
Well, I think what's crazy though is that you can take a flight on a plane for an entire day, go to the other side of the world, and people still know my songs and know who I am, and it's a really beautiful feeling. So it doesn't feel like I'm coming here as like a baby artist.
Totally.
It feels like I'm walking around and chewing my own food.
Well, I mean, you've been around for a long time. I mean, from your days on The Voice with Jessie J, long time ago, to now, you've had one of those careers that has stayed, which doesn't happen for everyone, truly. So
Absolutely.
You must feel grateful, like you said, to come to Australia and have fans, A, know your words, and B, sell out shows, right? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
A part of you that still feels grateful for that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I was 17 when I went on that show. I was 18 when I came off. I was 19 when I first had Afterglow come out. And then, I had my first record deal at 19. I had a #1 in the UK with Overdrive. And then it all kind of just went from there, really. So it's nice because there were a lot of times through my early 20s where I thought that I was... I thought I was completely deluded. I thought that I was doing this for nothing. But I've got a saying in this industry, and it's that it's easier to quit. And it's so true. It is easier to quit than it is to keep going. And, I really feel like I'm proving little Becky. I'm proving her wrong. Like, we are worthy to do this, and people do like our shit. And, we can make it if we keep going. So that's the plan at the minute.
I just pictured little Becky. Like I'm a Mitchell and I've got a little Becky. My sister's name is Becky.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and I think there's something about the name Becky. Like you're perpetually a cute kid. If you're like you are a cute kid right now because your name is Becky. It's such a cute name, Becky.
Unless you're the Becky and Beyonce story.
Becky with the good hair. Yeah.
And then you're a husband stealer.
Totally. Yeah, you don't want that. But your hair is good. I'm not
you.
putting you in that bracket.
It's fine. I've never cheated on anybody in my life, nor
Really?
have I been a part of somebody else's affair.
Have you never been cheated on?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rite of passage.
course.
This is therapy. This is turning into
Yeah.
therapy. I have too. Isn't it like it kind of... did you have a glow up after you were cheated on? Like I was cheated on and it was the best thing ever.
I kind of went on TV and got famous, so maybe, yeah.
The best thing ever. Yes, that's so good. I went on radio, did the same thing. Twins,
Yeah,
birds of feather.
for you.
Look at us go. Not your level of success, but trying. Okay, so we have a new single coming out, Never Be Alone, with
Yes.
Sunny Fedora, who's an Aussie, right?
Yes, I'm in his motherland.
Yes, you are. Yes. How'd that come about?
So me and Sunny actually tried to work together years ago. In fact, we were doing a writing session above a little coffee shop in London, actually in 2019. And we worked with a woman called Karen Paul, who, if anybody is old enough to remember Alicia's Attic from the 90s, she was in Alicia's Attic with her sister and then left being an artist and became a prolific songwriter, wrote Lola's Theme by the Shapeshifters, wrote a bunch of Kylie stuff, wrote Remember with David Guetta with me.
Love.
And she also wrote Disconnect, and she also wrote Never Be Alone with me as well.
So she knows what she's doing.
And she is amazing, and she's a very good friend of mine. I love working with her. And it was me, her, and Sunny. And what's weird is that 4 years later, is that 4 years or is that 5 years? It's 5 years. Maths was never my strong
No,
point.
that's fine. We write it down, everyone. 5 years.
I nearly got my fingers out.
Yeah.
But so yeah, 5 years later, I'm on a track with Sonny Fodera, with Karen Poole as the co-write. So yeah, it feels like it's proper family. I'm really glad that Sonny's on board. He took the record and made it sound completely different. Originally, it was sent to me by Salado, so it's nice to work with Sonny. He's just come off the back of a really great, successful record with MK and Clementine Douglas. So
look at you selling your friends. You're such a good friend. You just plugged 2 friends. I asked about your song. You're like, this chick's great. He's great. You're like a friend that people. You're in their corner. I love that.
I think it's really important to talk about the people who, I mean, especially songwriters.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to talk about songwriters because they're the ones that get paid the least, and they're the ones that get talked about the least.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, they're the ones that don't get invited to the Brit Awards in the UK. So I always think it's really important to talk about the people that help you. You know, it's like, I don't look like this. I've had an incredible hair and makeup.
You do look beautiful. I know this is radio,
much.
but you look gorgeous.
Thank you, guys.
I can see it's a wig, though. For everyone in the car, it's a clipped-in wig. The whole thing is a wig.
It is,
eye
but
contact.
The colour is my total colour. Anyway, but yeah, you know, it takes a village, and I like to talk about the people that have helped me get to.
You're good. Speaking of the Brits, you've won 2 years in a row, Best Dance Act. Come on, what's it like at the Brits? I always want to know because the Aussie award shows are so loose, and everyone gets drunk, and it's kind of a small industry, and I do get that vibe from the UK. In the US, I think they take themselves seriously. Are the Brits inside as loose as I want them to be?
It's disappointingly not as fun as I even thought.
That's always
and
the
I
way.
feel like it's gotten more boring over the years.
Who hosts? Like, what do you do? Can you go to the bathroom? Can you go get is there an open bar at the Brits? Grog?
No, you sit at a table, you get served food, and then you get wine at the table. Or like me and my friend did last year, we went and found the tequila bar.
Yeah, smart. Yeah, very smart.
And then actually, me and my friend, after winning the Brit, we went and stood outside and drunkenly smoking cigarettes, talking to somebody who worked for Love Island.
Oh,
I was like, I fucking love Love Island. I've got to go on and sing. Right? And then we get in the cab, and then while there were Papped taking pictures of us being into the car, my friend thought it would be a really good idea to get her tit out.
Yeah, just one.
Was it just the one?
Is this the friend?
This is my friend.
Oh my God, her tit's out right now, guys. I wish you could see this. Tit is out.
Didn't you get both out?
Did you get one? I only caught one, but yeah.
Do you have a better tit? Why did you pick one tit?
No, it's just the camera angle.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, I'm sure you could have.
All I remember is her going, Becky, I just got my tits out for the Paps. And I was like, oh, fun. Anyway, the next day, we woke up to Becky Hill's raucous friend puts on display at the Brit Awards. Which we were already in a world of pain with our hangover. I don't think Amanda got out of bed for 3 days because she was scared of everybody. Aren't you that girl from
with
the
good
Brits?
tits?
With the tits?
Yeah. Did you win a Brit? Did I see your tit? Like, what a good night. Well, I mean, the success is there. Like, good on you. And in Australia, people love your music. Like, we obviously pump, remember? But this new song, we're gonna spin and spin and spin and spin.
I hope it connects. I really hope it connects.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of this song, and I really hope that it does bits over here.
Nice. And then personally, you have a big year. You've been with your partner 8 years. Is that 8 years?
8 years, correct. You've done your
years.
research.
I have. Yes, thanks on this piece of paper in front of me. 8 years is cute. Isn't 8 years like they say like a return of Saturn in every world? Like 8 years in a relationship is good numerology. Because
he proposed to me 2 years ago, and I didn't want to get married to him until we'd got past the 7-year itch.
Is that real?
I would have said so.
Did you get it itchy?
I didn't necessarily get itchy, but I thought I've got to get rooted by this guy for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you do.
And I've learned the lingo now. Like, we
rooted.
don't say rooted, but like it's an absolutely okay thing to say on the radio, isn't
you
it?
can 100% get rooted. Are you happy with that being like the perpetual life route?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a work of art.
Rooting.
His particular
route.
route.
his route. See, that's where it becomes plural and past tense is confusing.
Okay, so
His root.
so one doesn't have a root.
His dick. We can say dick.
Okay,
Yeah. We can. Yeah, we don't. It's night radio. You know, rooting is a fine art. And you know what? What I've learned, rooting evolves. You know, I was in a 5-year, and I remember something happened. Like something was touched in year 4. I'm like, I didn't realize I could feel that 4 years in. You know, there's always room for
Surprises.
Surprises. Yeah. Well, good to hear that it's worked for you. So this will the wedding be this year? Do you know?
Yeah, so
Yay.
I couldn't speak to him about it for the first year and a half. He wouldn't really go near it. It was too much for his little head. But he
I can imagine.
said to me at the end of last year, he was like, I've been telling everybody the 7th of September. And I'm like, oh my God, where's this come from?
He pulled it out of his ass.
Yeah.
You're kidding. Speaking of rooting,
See?
sorry. Yeah, well, get him to do that one.
Surprises.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm into. Don't know about you, Becky. So one other thing I want to pitch to you, because you are working like crazy. You're on the project, you're on the morning show, you're on the night show. You made the right choice there. The big 3. I think you'd be a great Mardi Gras performer here in Sydney. Like it is huge for us.
Oh, I was offered it. I was offered Mardi Gras. I can't do it for some reason. I think it's because I'm getting married.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah,
when you weigh up those two options, gay men screaming at you or a marriage.
Yeah, or a straight man screaming at you.
Yeah,
It's,
totally. Yeah, exactly right. All right. Well, I just think next year you'd be great. We want more of you here, and I feel like we're angling towards a potential album, which will happen eventually.
The
right?
album is happening in May, which is exciting. Mardi Gras will be on the cards. Let me just sign 50% of my estate away to somebody, and then I will be back.
Good.
To play to all the gays, because I mean I'm such a queer advocate anyway, and I love to be a part of LGBTQIA plus community and events and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually should have played Puffed Off after my show, but I didn't manage to get there. My manager thought it would be too much, which it wasn't.
It would have been amazing. You would have been
but
so
definitely.
good at
So I'm going to do
Puffed
Puffed Off, and I'm going to do Mardi Gras, and I'm going to do everything else in between next time I'm here.
Love.
I
Well,
promise.
not to make it about me, but have just been to London for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Where did you go?
I just was in like touristy spot. I was like in London. It was so touristy.
Did you do Heaven?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I went
Right.
to Heaven, and it was heaven. It was so much fun. Have you been? Do you go to Heaven or do you perform?
Yes, I have been there once, and I can't remember why. Probably because I was drunk.
Yeah.
I definitely remember being there for. Do you know Emanike?
Yeah, of course.
So Emanike is my best friend, and I remember him playing there. I think. Oh, that was it. I played with Emanike. That was it.
Wow.
Just come back to me.
Yeah. Wonder why. Wonder what happened that night to erase some brain cells. But it was so much fun. I loved London. It was great. Where are you from? Are you a London?
No,
city girl?
I'm not. I'm from Worcestershire.
Oh.
So do you know the Sauce?
Yeah, love it. Famously.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm from the area of the Sauce.
You're kidding. I thought I recognised you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're the sauce girl.
I had that smell about me.
I
Yes.
thought, was it Leilaba or was it Worcestershire sauce? And she's got dabbed on
It's
the pulse
Worcestershire
points.
sauce. Yep, that's
I
it.
smelled anchovy. I went to Evesham, like in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my God, that's not far of where I'm from.
Really?
Evesham.
Yeah,
yes.
it took me like a
What
3-hour trip.
What were you doing there? Why Evesham?
I have family that moved to Evesham from Australia. Guys,
my
it's like
God.
3 hours out of London.
Bro,
and
that's so close to where I'm from. That's so random.
get out. I went to, it's like near the Cotswolds, right? Is that
Yeah,
right?
Worcestershire and Evesham. They're really close. So you go
Yeah.
Worcester, Evesham.
Oh, get out. I'm that close.
Yeah, you're like super close.
I think I stopped off on that country train line. Like I went through your Worcestershire train.
Yeah, probably.
Everyone is tuned out from the radio interview.
Yeah, never mind,
No,
sorry.
people hate this part of the
It's
interview.
a pre-record.
But yeah, we'll cut it. It was actually really beautiful. I love that.
It's
part of the
stunning
world.
there. And actually, when I went to New Zealand, it made me think that it was just, it's more English
Well,
countryside.
Yes, it is very that.
Just with
Sheep.
less people
Yeah.
who are very nice
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
It's more lovely people.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was really nice. It's really nice to explore this side of the world.
Yeah, good. We're lucky to have you.
Yeah, thank you
we
so
do
much.
adore you. You're a major talent. You don't need me to tell you. But
thanks.
have a listen. Never Be Alone, out now with Sunny Fedora, Aussie guy, which is great. Big year, wedding, album. We can't wait to have you back and perform. Fingers crossed for Mardi Gras.
Yes.
And thank you for coming back to
Thank
the show.
you so much for having me. It's
We
been
love you.
such a joy. Thank you so much.